How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this new tutorial. I am your host, Green Ranger, Greenie, or Greenie Balbini. I'm going to be teaching you all how to set up a multi-cam, multi-view, separate location Twitch stream. So little bit about myself and the show that we put on. Me and my brother Orange Ranger we live in two different houses, and we wanted to stream to the same page. We use software called NDI, and the biggest key factor here is some other software called MediaLooks and their VT, or Video Transport program. This program allows NDI to be passed through IP. And what I mean by IP is public IP. It's easy to set up NDI local and have multiple channels coming into one on your own LAN system. However, this tutorial is featuring a new way to do it, and that's in separate housing, separate networks, and you send your broadcast out and it comes back to your stream PC where you can configure the outputs. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First thing you want to do is download the 3 files that I have listed, the NDI 4. That's the version that was out right now in June 2020. So you want the SDK, the runtime, and you're going to type in NDI OBS in Google, and that's how you'll get the OBS plugin. Go ahead and install the SDK. Go ahead and install the runtime, and go ahead and install the OBS NDI. I have them all installed, so I'm just kind of demonstrating the prompts here. You're all familiar with it. Here you see the NDI 5. The OBS plugin actually asks for the runtime if you don't have it, so don't worry about it if you can't find it. Simple Google search, you'll be able to pull it up. Okay, after that, you're going to have to reboot your PC. Once you reboot and get back up, you're going to want to go into the properties of your OBS and add in -multi. This is going to allow you to run multiple instances of OBS. I don't know if this is an old thing. I don't know if it's needed anymore. I'll have to do some more testing, but we just left it in there because we've been using it for about 2 years now. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to launch your first instance of OBS, and this is going to be your cam, right? This is going to be your cam or your game, whatever one you want to launch first. OBS likes to pick up your cams first, so usually you want to start your OBS and focus on your cam settings first. After you reboot, you'll see that NDI under Tools in OBS. What you're going to want to do is highlight main output, and then you can type in whatever descriptive wording you want. Once you're done there, go ahead and launch another instance. It'll ask you, hey, you already have OBS launching. Do you want to run another instance? And then you would pull up either your gameplay at this point, right? So I did it backwards here, but we're not really using cam, so it doesn't really matter. So I labeled the one shown on the desktop as the cam and the one with the cool fire border as the game. And at that point, you're done with OBS on your gaming PC. Is done. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to launch your Video Transport or MediaLooks Video Transport Publisher. Okay, and at first you're just going to see your screens with their newer version. You're going to see your cam. So what you want to do is, for a descriptor to help isolate and know which one you're highlighting, location, do who you're going to be bringing in. Me, this is me, Green. So then you're going to want to put in a publish ID. This is your custom password, so nobody can be getting in on your VT stream feed, right? So this is a custom, unique thing you can set up. I just put test in for this tutorial. You can see here, you can drop down the bit rate. We use a steady 10. You're not really going to use more than that for your game outputs. It's really small. It's really minimal on your game PC. You can see both CPUs down there are using 2 to 4% CPU. Once you have that selected, you're going to hit Start Publishing on both. You're going to highlight and click Start. I already had mine started, so we didn't need to click that button. At that point, we are done here, and we're going to move over to the Stream PC. This is on a separate PC now, in a different house, and you're going to open up the video transport receiver end this time. You're going to enter in the same password that you set up, this one being test, and automatically it starts pulling in the feeds. So you have a few different protocols here. You got SRT port. You can set up a custom port on your router, and we've done that in the past. And the difference between these newer versions with the HEVC mode isn't really that bad. And then you have a buffer rate. We found that on any other setting, it was always coming in at around 150. So we did a fix. We did a hard cap at 150. And you can see the latency. It just sticks. It's at 150, 155, and it's constant. You don't have to worry about fluctuations in network speeds. It really is really good. Then what you're going to do here is you're going to select both outputs and you're going to click start. Once that's done, I mean, you pretty much are ready to go. So you can see the MBPS there is at 9. That's because we set the game PC up at 10M on the output. Go ahead and launch your new instance of OBS, and I'll show you how to bring those in. One thing I forgot to mention is on your Stream PC, you will have to install the NDI SDK runtime and the OBS plugin, just like we did on the game PC. Go ahead and click add a new scene. And then we're going to go ahead and add in an NDI source. Click NDI source. We already have them listed here because of our show, obviously. So we're just going to use existing. You can create a new one. And what it'll do is it'll pull in your source there. So then you would right click properties on that source and select your cam. And then this would be your cam view coming through. You would add in another NDI source, label it whatever you want. We do cam and view to kind of help visualize what we're looking at when we're selecting for our options. Drag your view below your cam, you're ready to go. Right click your view, go to properties, and select your gameplay output coming from your game PC. And then you can move and configure your OBS however you want it. That portion is done. So I bet you've been wondering why we run 2 instances of OBS and rather than just one, and put the cam and the game into one. Okay, so for that simple explanation, we have what you're going to need. So let me back up a little bit. The headset that I use is the SteelSeries Arctis Pro with the Game DAC. And what that allows, and there's a lot of headphones out there that do this, it allows you to separate your game channel and your chat channel. So we don't, when we're doing this, we don't want any Discord sound coming through our stream, right? We got to be able to talk to each other. We're in different houses. So we have to have Discord up, and we don't want our OBSs on our game PC to show that or hear each other. That's that double echo. And also, we can't use Discord as our audio source because there's a delay, right? So what you're doing is you're taking your output from your game PC, you're going through the public IP, and you're going to your stream PC, and then it's going to Twitch. Now, Discord operates at a much lower latency than MediaLux, and that's just because of everything that's going on. It's not a knock anywhere. So we had to figure out a different thing to do. And what we're going to do is you're going to set your Discord up to a different channel. So that would be my Game DAC chat. And I would set my desktop as the Game DAC game channel, right? Not everybody has these settings. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to download VB audio cable. There's lots of tutorials on there. We're not going to get into how to set up VB audio cables with voice meter and try to get that. We're not going to go over that because there's plenty of tutorials out there to do it. Go Google how to look up how to split your game and your Discord channels. And once you have that, you'll be able to follow this next step. So when you're here on your cam settings, you're going to want to mute everything except for your mic, right? Mute everything. And then you're going to go to the properties and you're going to select your microphone. This is going to sync up your cam and your voice. So there is no delay between those. Then you're going to go to your game, right? And you're going to mute everything except for your desktop audio. And on your desktop audio, you're going to do the game channel. So this translates into the VB cables. You're going to use A for like Discord, right? And then you set Discord to use channel A. And then you're going to use your channel B for VB cables for your desktop sound. And then when you come into OBS, you'd use, for your game, you would use VB channel B, right? And then you would get away with segregating the voice coming through Discord and your game sounds. And there you got it. So now what you have here is a stream with multiple people, different houses, no delay on anything. We got one OBS for our game, one OBS for our game audio, synced up in unison. We have one OBS for our cams, one OBS for our microphone. They're synced up. Then we're taking both of those separate instances and transporting it over to our stream PC and configuring it how you want it. And that is how you set up a multi-view, multi-cam Twitch channel. The latency is minimal. Medialux is a fantastic company, and on top of that, their support is top.
Anakin or Padme came
We've
on.
had some issues in the past where it's affected our streams, but the response time we have from Medialux is phenomenal. They are a great company to work with.
Leg off in the
Daniel
air.
and
Oh my
Leonid.
god.
Damn.
This is
You
the
guys
best
are
moment
amazing.
ever.
Huge props to you guys. One of our biggest sponsors that we could ever obtain. So thank you for watching. I hope this helped in your endeavors of creating something truly unique. Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're going to be streaming. This is how you do it. For any questions, go ahead and hit the link below and hit me up in Discord.